Well, good morning, everybody.
Hi.
So, why are we here today?
We're here to perform a mock car crash. Bring awareness to drunk driving and stuff like that.
In other words, don't drunk drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can I get everybody's names?
George Maharo.
Megan Gedrich, Amanda Gedrich,
Cynthia Tran.
Oh, Jackie Beausoleil.
Jackie,
Yeah.
my neighbor.
Yeah.
Megan Woods.
Evan Powers.
So, who's in charge of makeup over here?
That one.
Good job. Come talk to me. That looks scary in the bowl. What's your name?
Riley.
Riley. Where'd you learn how to do makeup?
Just myself.
Oh, you just practice at home and then do it on them?
Yeah.
So now, what are your roles today? What?
I am the one that's dying
Oh,
in the car crash, so yeah.
and what is your name?
Evan Powers. I will be just laying on the ground in front of the cars.
Oh.
So yeah.
Now, are you nervous about getting in the body bag?
A little, yeah. I've never done
I
it.
think it would scare me too. I don't think, a little claustrophobic, especially when they zip it up. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. I've never done it before, so.
What grade are you all in?
12.
We're all seniors.
You're all seniors? That's good. Now, do you have plans for after graduation?
Yeah, I'm going to UMass Lowell for a biology with a concentration in pre-med.
Good for you.
I want to go to Berkeley, but I'm going to go to Middlesex first.
I'm going to Mass College of Pharmacy for my PharmD.
Good for you.
I'm going to UMass Lowell for chemistry.
Oh, I got a bunch of geniuses here. Very smart kids.
I'm going to Johnson & Wales University, and I'm going undecided.
Undecided?
Yeah.
Well, that can go either way then. Huh?
Yeah. I'm going to University of Rhode Island and studying communicative disorders.
Oh, good for
I'm
you.
going to Middlesex and transferring for criminal justice.
Wow.
I'm a sophomore.
You're just thinking about what you want to
Yeah.
do, right? Do you have an idea about what you want to do?
Yeah. I'm going to be a photographer.
Good. We'll take you on the road with us. We'll give you some training. My name is Gay, and that's Bob Corey behind the camera. And we're volunteers with Drake at Access. We've been doing it for 30 years, volunteering. And it's a lot of fun. And we get to meet nice folks like you. Now, do you have to rehearse before?
Yeah. Yeah, we've rehearsed about like 3 or 4 times. We've practiced inside in one of the classrooms that's blocked off so no one can see in the windows.
Wow, that's great. Now, what are you all playing? What
I'm
parts?
the drunk driver.
Oh, bad girl, bad girl.
Yeah. I'm just comforting her.
Oh,
Me and her are passenger in her car.
oh, you're passengers?
Yeah.
Now, are you in the front seat or the back?
I'm in the back. She's
I'm
in
in the
the
front.
yeah,
You're in the front?
Yeah.
And now what are you doing?
I get stuck in the front passenger seat of the
you
car
do?
that gets hit.
Oh, I'm just a passenger. Oh, actually,
Yeah, we're all kind of.
I'm driving the other car.
Oh, you're driving the
She's
other
the
car.
passenger.
Now, who's driving the car that
Gets hit?
crashed? Yeah.
Oh, I drive the car that gets hit, and then she drives the car that hits us.
Oh, you drive the car that hits them. Wow. This is pretty good. I think it's a great program, actually, because, I mean, it's an awareness program. So did you already have prom?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, next week.
Thursday.
Next week.
Where are you going for prom?
Great Wolf Lodge.
Wow. Boy, they didn't send us there. I went to Draker too. We didn't get that. I won't tell you when though. Just a few years ago.
Tickets are expensive.
Are they?
Yeah, it's 175. So
Wow. Do you have a job?
of course, yeah, I have to. If I'm paying 175, I have to have that job.
So,
We go to like a water park after.
Yeah.
oh, do you?
I think that's why.
We went to Nantasket Beach.
I'll rather go to the beach than
Is that still there?
No.
No, that's gone?
I mean,
Nantasket?
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's like an amusement area on the beach. It's sort of like
I'd rather go there.
Salisbury.
You remember how much your tickets were?
Oh my gosh, no, that was quite a few years ago. Yeah, that was great, Emma, because we were all at the beach. That was nice. Well, I'm so glad that you came over and talked with us. Is there anything you want to tell anybody at home? Any other kids? Do you have any?
Don't drink drive.
Don't drink and drive. Yeah.
Don't drink and drive.
I have something to say. Climate change is real. Everyone needs to act now or the world is going to end. Thank you.
That's 100%.
Okay. Well, how do you control that?
How do you control it?
Yeah, you can't really.
We need to reduce emissions immediately.
Well, that and do what?
Regulate plastic.
Regulate plastics. Well, a lot of places are getting rid of the bags now,
Yeah, which is a good thing.
and they're giving us paper. But the paper bags are so big and bulky to store. The plastic bags, you can put them in a little, thing and just hang them.
They're killing sea turtles though, so they're kind of bad.
They're what?
They're killing sea turtles and
What
they're
is-
getting in the ocean, so they're kind
The
of.
plastic bags. Yeah, actually, I saw that on television that it was just washing up to shore. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of them. Right now they're cleaning the Merrimack River too, and that's quite an undertaking. I mean, they're pulling out cars and all sorts of stuff from the river. So, don't litter and don't drive drunk. Spoken like a true American. Well, thank you all for talking with me.
Thanks for having us.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Well, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you? I'm great. Thank you.
Tell everybody your name.
I'm Becky Odierna. I'm a special education teacher here at Drake High School.
Did you replace Trevor? Well, nobody could. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, he last year asked if I was interested in kind of taking over the peer mentors group and the car crash, and I said yes. So I've been his apprentice this year, if you will.
Oh, I'm sure he's a good trainer.
He is. Yes, he is very good.
See, the sun just came back out after the rain.
Feels good.
So tell me a little bit about the program. How did it get started?
This program got started, Trevor would know that better than I would, several years ago. We've been doing this for about 10 years now, as just a community outreach attempt to teach kids about the importance of not drinking and driving, especially for the senior class where their prom is next week. We try to have it right before the prom to, ideally, we don't want anyone drinking, but in the case that anyone does pick up an alcoholic drink, we want to make sure that they understand this is really serious. You could kill yourself, you could kill somebody else, you could go to jail, and it's just really important
It's
for
just
us.
not worth it for a sip.
It's absolutely not worth it. One drink too many, and
That's right.
poor decisions could stay with you for the rest of your life. And all these kids are going to college, so it's a
Life
better
is too
time.
precious.
It is too precious, exactly.
Right. So, well, that's good. I'm so glad that you took over, and it was very nice to meet you. And the kids were very informative. I was talking to them.
Yeah, they're great. It's a great bunch of kids we have
They
this
really
year.
are.
So.
They all have promising futures. They know what they want.
Exactly. That's why we chose them, because we know that the senior class will be like, wow, that could really happen to anyone. So,
Well, I asked the young man who was the one who's going to get killed, the poor thing.
I know that was a tough decision. When I had to approach him in the hallway, and I was like, "Hey, Evan, so we decided we want to kill you," and he was like, "Thanks." I promise it's a flattery.
I said to him, I'd be terrified to get in that body bag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough when you're really dead, but
Yeah.
to be alive and get in there and.
Absolutely. And his parents are actually here and are going to play a role. Yeah, they're going to come onto the scene and have to identify the body. So.
Oh, I know, it really is devastating. I know we did it a couple of years ago, and people they're just kind of blown away from it. It's really devastating to watch it.
Absolutely. I know last year a bunch of seniors left here crying. So.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
It's pretty intense.
It's a very emotional program, but it's a good point.
Yes.
So-
Thank you so much for helping us put the word out there.
Oh,
too.
you're welcome.
Great. Oh no, that's too
Yo, what time is it?
It's like 11:30.
Can you drive me home? Like, my parents are gonna kill me if I can.
Oh, yeah.
Timmy, I'll be over in a minute.
Yo, what time is it?
It's like 11:30.
Can you drive me home? Like, my parents are gonna kill me if I can.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. No, you got way too much. No, I'm fine.
Do you need me to drive? Like, I'm fine. Like,
No, guys, I think I know my own limits. Like, come on, let's go.
alright then.
Okay. Woman, you're going way too fast. Watch out, there's a car.
Portable. Excellent. All the props, all the props, all the props, all the props.
What did you do? Are you okay? Are you stuck?
Is he breathing?
What the fuck did you do? Oh my God, no! What did you feel them? I Look what you did. Look what you did. Sit down!
Are you okay? Are you good? You can't get up?
You literally go away like you literally Sorry! Yes, I did!
Chris, I'm with the patient.
So Captain Grimes, what's happening now?
Hi, so this is Make a Date with Life here at the high school. What had happened is there was an assumed drunk driver, and we're playing out that there was one person trapped in this Buick LeSabre, the tannish color. There was, like I said, one victim in there. They're going to have to extricate them. I believe they're going to use the hydraulic tools and open the driver's side door, I believe, and then probably take the roof off as well.
So you have special equipment that does that?
Yes. We used to have actually some older all hydraulic equipment that was with a hydraulic pump and so forth. But now we actually have battery operated, which are actually stronger, quieter.
More efficient?
Yeah, and we actually have one extra person now that can help us on the scene. Usually there used to be one person that would have to use all the controls.
Right.
And it used to get a little hectic, especially a lot of times the car accidents and so forth are very loud.
So now he's breaking the windshield?
Yes. So you're going to remove the windshield. Like I say, I don't know if they're going to remove the whole roof or just bend it back, like a pointed halfway into the roof, and then just pry it back. I'm not positive what the extent is going to be.
Now those lifts that are under there, are they hydraulic? Or
No. Those are just stabilizers. Those are just stabilizers to stabilize the car so it doesn't roll or move or anything on that idea. It's just the safety of everybody. Like I say, I don't know if it might be hard for the camera, but there is tools working on the driver's side right now, which are prying and cutting and things of that nature.
Engine 1 cleared. Engine 1, you're clear, turning back.
Okay, now, did they get the window? Oh, they're taking it off.
They're taking it
now.
out, yeah. They're pulling it out forward and laying it on the hood area. Luckily, when you cut a windshield, they pretty well stay intact because there's an adhesive in the middle of them. So as you can see, it comes out as one piece. It's just a safety factor. So.
Oh, here comes the hearse. It's so scary to see that.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
I'm sure you've seen this many times being a firefighter. It doesn't get any easier.
No, it never does. This year, even with the chief, my daughter's in the senior class as well, so it definitely hits home.
Oh, sure.
So.
It takes quite a few firefighters to
operate,
this, to get the jaws of life,
it
right?
definitely does. And like I say, though, now we have the battery operated, so it is very much easier, more accessible, and things of that nature. But still, it's still
quite
as you can see on the right-hand side, there's a gentleman with the hose line, just in case something ignites.
Right.
Usually, if there is somebody at this extent, there's usually gasoline and other fluids that are leaking and so forth that are flammable. So, so for the protection of everybody, they'll pull a hose line.
Now this program is called Make
A Date with Life. Yes. Yeah. And that's a really good community type. Really good community type thing here. So
It is. You can see there's a lot of involvement from the Dracut Police, the whole town,
yep.
Trinity Ambulance here.
Yeah, McKenna Roulette. Also, Demers Towing. They were so thoughtful to let us use a couple cars here. So yeah, exactly. So I don't know how good the camera view is, but they ended up popping the door off, that driver's side door. So
I think Bob can zoom in on that.
I'm sorry.
I said I think Bob can zoom in on the door there.
So they took it off on the other side. I don't know if they're taking it off on this side.
Now, meanwhile, there's still somebody in the vehicle.
Yes, that's because they're pinned in there. So we have to actually remove the car around the person. Yes, we don't move if we don't move the person. Correct. We move the vehicle around the person.
Okay, you're responding 4 Park Ave, 943, 745 engine 3, Trinity P100 responding 4 Park Ave, first on the left, 943.
Now, what is that? What is that machine that is using for the door?
That's a big cutter.
Oh, that
Those
is.
are cutters, yeah. So we use both. Actually, we have 3 tools, but usually hand in hand we use a spreader and then a cutter. That's what the cutter that you see right now. And the spreader will spread areas usually to get to places that you need to cut. So.
And the long pole, what is that?
What they're going to do there is they're going to make a dent in the roof, and then so that they can pry the whole roof up as one.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, see, so they just made a big dent in it, and that way they can fold it right back
Oh
up.
my God! Wow.
Yeah. So now they're going to get the patient out.
So how do they get her out of it? I mean, is she Elaine?
She'll come out of the, I believe she's pinned in seated area. A lot of times you can move the seat as well, back that up. It's the simple things, believe it or not, that you don't even think of. So.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's very destructive, that's for sure. And hopefully kids realize it, and even adults. I shouldn't even just say kids, adults should realize it too.
I mean, just watching this is enough to deter you from drinking.
I would hope so, yeah. I would definitely hope so. Yeah, here comes the hearse now.
Oh boy.
So this is the
Oh, the parents. Okay.
yeah, this is the parents of
This is the parents.
of the victim, or the patient we have on the ground that was deceased. And the worst thing is, I know we're just playing it out, but, it's very,
It's real.
it is real. It's surreal.
45, ambulance 600. Training 6, 4 Park Ave.
So if they're watching this, don't put yourself in this situation.
Absolutely, I know. I think this is about the 6th or 7th year I've done this, and every year the kids are so consumed with it. It's hopefully a mind opener there.
It'll definitely lose an impact on
I
it.
would hope so, yeah.
It's raining. We almost made it.
It's sprinkling.
Okay, we'll go with that then. Really have quite a bit of help to do this.
Yeah, it turned out well this year. It's hard. I know the fire department, all these firefighters that you see right now are all volunteering, so yeah, it's hard to get volunteers, but this year worked out well, so
Well, we know that.
yeah, exactly. So I want to thank those guys for helping out. All of them, everybody that helped out, I really appreciate it. I know Olet and Demers and Trinity.
And we thank you, and everyone else for doing this.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.
Can you see over there?
He must be.
Well, here comes the chief. Yeah, quite a turnout. So now, when they pick them up in the hearse, where do they take them to? The funeral home?
Yes. On a real call or on this? On a real call?
On a real call.
On a real call, it's very involved. The state will be called in, and wherever it is, it will be tied up for a little while. So that'll be through the state.
But on this one, they'll go to the funeral.
Yeah. I don't think they can drive around in that.
No, that's true. What do you think, Chief? Pretty devastating, huh? Wow. It's a frightening situation. So now this is just cleanup?
Yeah, pretty much now is just clean up.
Well, Captain Grimes, thank you very much for taking us through that.
Oh, you're very welcome. No, like I say, if it affects one person, the job has been done. So, hopefully.
So what do you think, Chief?
I just want to thank Captain Grimes and all the hard work the guys do. Every firefighter you saw here today volunteered their time. They're all off duty. They come down and do this every year because they feel it's very important.
It is.
So the kids, you know, it may seem like after a while that we do this every year, and to us it seems like the same old thing, but you got to remember that those young kids, some of them are affected. My daughter was in this graduating class, and she said when the parents showed up, that really affected her. So.
Yeah. I know a lot of these children, I say children, they'll even crying.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it really was an emotional program.
Every year it is.
Bob?
I can remember I graduated here, and we lost right after high school quite a few people. And
Actually,
good to
we
see the
did
numbers go
too.
down.
We did too when I was in high school. I know there were a couple of people that got in car accidents. There was one with a tractor, actually. He got run over on his own farm with the tractor. Yeah, so. Bob, you want to come over and help finish this off? So. Hey, the rain held out. We did good. We did good.
I thought that it was supposed to be nice.
Yes, it is nice.
Yeah, but
Compared to what we had
New England sunshine, just
a little bit.
Quite a thing, huh?
Wasn't it?
Some of these kids are crying.
That's what we just said.
Hopefully, made an impact. Hopefully,
How many's in the graduate? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know either. I know my daughter's in it, so.
Okay. Well, there's two. Maybe
Daughter,
three.
my niece.
Probably 133.
Yeah.
133.
That's
so.
about the average, I guess. But anyway, thank you for inviting us over here, and we're glad that we could be a part of this and show people at home.
Yeah, hopefully, they may watch this again and, drive home just to be safe. I mean, the next 2-3 weeks after graduation is the most difficult, once all the celebrations go away, or at least reasonable,
Well, think before you drink.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Very good. Yes.
Thank you. Just thought of that.
Mainly no drinking, yeah.
Dad's watching. Ginger ale.
Shirley Temples are okay.
Shirley Temples. Well, thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. Just send him on his way.
Yeah, I guess.
At least he didn't sing Happy Trails. He does. He usually does. I mean. Well, anyway, thank you for having
very
us.
welcome.
And
Thank you for
once again doing this for us.
Absolutely.
so from Gay
And Tim Grimes.
Dave Briette.
and Bob Corey,
Yes.
thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye bye.